But as summer winds down, tropic season is still winding up, although maybe kind of a contrary message to what we're telling you today, with tropics actually ending on a quieter note as we finish out August.
Yeah, I'll take it. Nice to have a little bit of a lull. It's not going to last for the rest of the season, that's for sure. There is a look at Fernand. It is in the North Atlantic, really looking kind of measly, to be honest. It actually does look slightly better than yesterday structurally. But still, again, that's kind of stretching it because this has not been one of those storms that over the last couple of days has looked healthy by any means, but still holding on to its tropical characteristics. Being this far north, I would say that's impressive. Water temperatures are going to be really cooling off soon, and we have winds at 45 miles per hour.
Yeah, you are right, though, Britta. It does look a little bit better, at least on enhanced satellite.
I'll give it the small amount of credit that it deserves.
Yeah, Fernand gets a little bit of credit here, but the continued weakening is really going to be the story, especially as we get through the latter half of this work week. But the bigger story is that it will start to make that post-tropical transition, so gain more frontal boundaries, no longer purely warm core in nature. But that's really typical when you talk about a storm that gets this far north and gets swallowed up in the overall flow of the atmosphere.
We are approaching the peak of hurricane season, but keep in mind that's just a statistical number. September 10th, September 11th kind of being the peak of it. We still have over 70% of the season to get through. And this is kind of laying down the footworks of maybe being a backloaded season. Typically, on average, we have 8 named storms going into the peak, 6 after the peak. That might be more of a flip-flop as we look at the setup this year, because, again, we are expecting this lull in the tropics to last all the way through, really, the first couple days of September. But then everything's going to change. So this is kind of the I got you moment. So don't be the one that gets got.
Right.
We're going to have a lot more action. All indications is that that's going to be occurring really at the peak. I think once we get to September 10th and September 11th, all of a sudden the Atlantic's going to wake up.
Yeah, I mean, it's really been a trend that I've noticed, at least this hurricane season. The East Pacific gets wild. We've got a couple named storms, areas to watch. That sort of action starts to fire up. And then eventually, as the EPAC winds down, the Atlantic begins to ramp up in its energy. And so with the Eastern Pacific having multiple areas to watch, more of this robust activity, all signs are pointing to, again, that early to mid-September is going to be that trigger point. We already have one wave some of the models are picking up on. It doesn't seem like that one will really have the potency to do it, but really with mid-September storms, we saw what happened last year. We could get some big ones.
And don't forget to catch the next episode in our docu-series, Katrina's Wrath 20 Years Later. That is going to continue tonight at 8:30 Eastern Time here on Fox Weather. Katrina really exposed a lot of flaws in the infrastructure and taught us some very valuable lessons, not only as forecasters, but also as local government and federal government as well. So this is our third part of our 4-part docu-series. Make sure that you join us today.